into gold. Funny thing is I actually lost 2 games and then won 1 game and got promoted. I lost because I was playing Terran. Well, the first time I was playing random and I would have won the game. I was playing against a random player and it turned out to be Protoss. I would have won, but I accidentally was destroying some rocks when his army attacked and wasn't paying attention, and he got a few free kills. That turned the tide of the battle. Sucks for me. I had that game in the bag. I had the bigger army. I had the higher resource production rate the whole game. And yeah, just, oh man, misusing my army just that once. He was a high-ranked gold player, and then the next player was a platinum player who was Terran, Imba. Anyways, he beat me, and then I just played another Protoss player. I did a defensive 4-gate thinking he was going to 4-gate me. He didn't 4-gate me, so I transitioned out of that, did an early expansion, and then just some clutch battles where I just barely held on, and yeah, out-macroed him to victory, I guess. And we'll just show you that game for fun. Anyways, as you can see here, division rank number 1. Hell yeah, even though I was only 2nd place in my previous rank at the time. If we look at the graphs, actually pretty equal for army value. As you can see, I was ahead of him at the beginning, and then he did a shot up. Resource collection rate, as you can see, yeah, once I got that 2nd base up, way ahead of him. He never got that 2nd base anywhere near early enough. And let's see what he was in his ladder placement. Yeah, he was also a high-ranked gold player in his ladder as well. 3rd place in his ladder. Anyways, I am now 1st place in my gold division, apparently. That's pretty awesome. Just joined. This looks like a pretty damn new gold division then. Look at that. This is like all the people who just got promoted. There's only 16 people in this league even to begin with. This is one of the lower end gold leagues, obviously, because that's how the game works. And I definitely made some mistakes in this game, but I'm going to show it off anyways, just because even though it's nothing special, it is technically the game where I got promoted to gold. So anyways, here we go. Let's start this off at a pretty blistering pace. I make a couple tiny mistakes because I'm scouting. I don't put down my building's exact timing, but it's still pretty damn close to a really good 4-gate. And I thought he was going to go 4-gate too, based on my initial scouting. Okay, so there we see, notice, Protoss versus Protoss. I don't scout until after that gateway comes down. It's pretty rare that I'll scout before that. It has to be like a huge map that I'm worried about. Anyways, we can see his gas actually coming a little bit late. Mine's already up and running. His just got up and running. So definitely his biggest mistake is Cybernetics Core coming out a bit late as well too. If we look at the production tab, you can see mine's already done. So, oh, and he's building another pylon. Ooh, already. Actually, well, that's because he's almost supply block. So he's not doing a 4-gate. I just thought he was because I saw 1 gas and this. And yeah, this is not a 4-gate, guys. This is not a 4-gate. Just be very clear, this is not a 4-gate, just because there's 4 gates down there. Okay, we can say it's 4-gate, not a 4-gate rush. And he gets forged. Of course, I prepared for this. I hadn't scouted. I'm scouting around my base for those proxies, expecting that. And yeah, and when do I realize, let's see. When do I realize that, okay, I just expanded, I realized that he's probably not going to push me, and part of the thing was, he hadn't already pushed, and look at the game timer, I said, oh, he hasn't pushed yet. Okay, he's not doing a 4-gate rush, so I am going to just straight up expand right now. And I can always cancel it if I need to warp in more units at that last second. So there we go, guys. Let's go back to everyone. As you can see, he's chrono boosting out that upgrade, but you're going to see that it's not really smart. And of course, my probe catches sight of him destroying those rocks, so in a second it'll say, I see what you did, or something like that. Yeah, I saw that. If he had gone in right now, I'm a little worried. I've got 2 sentries though, so I should be fine. I'm not super worried, but I don't have a great army composition. I've got some zealots and some stalkers. He's got a lot more zealots, so that's what I'm worried about. And right here I decide, oh, his army's just chilling there separated. I was like, I'll go attack his zealots, get some free hits off, get some free shots, and hopefully that'll put me ahead in the units lost tab. And surprisingly, it didn't. I have no clue how. You know, just by attacking a few zealots and getting some free shots, I wasn't able to get an advantage. His force fielding beat just trapping 1 stalker. One thing that was nice here is he wasn't really paying attention to his army and micro for a while, so he attacked a straight probe, he attacked this building a little bit, little things that, you know, definitely cost him. And of course I scouted here to make sure that he hadn't expanded yet, and now I'm just basically trying to do my macro and build the minimum amount of units possible needed to still survive. yeah, built that Robo Bay a little bit early because I didn't use it right away, but notice I've got the second gas, I've got Robo Bay tech now, and then of course a couple of sentries. I don't want to build too many because they are pretty weak fighters, and so you'll be seeing that I don't build a ton. I really want to just rely more on having more firepower. So there you can see very nice saturation at that second base. If we look at that income tab, I'm definitely skyrocketing ahead. I haven't gone on those gas yet, so that's a little bit of a mistake, but you know what, that happens. Getting out the observer, just chilling on his army. I thought he might have an observer there, so I didn't get too close, but he didn't, so it's fine by me. Yeah, a ton of zealots. So as you can see, I'm warping some more zealots, and definitely more zealots. Part of that is because I'm a little gas capped. There we go, throwing down 2 more gateways. I really need a couple more now, and he's finally expanding pretty late. I do scout this soon because I see it when it's, there we go, I scout it right now. And I'm pretty happy to see that expansion is so late, considering that my second is fully saturated. And as you can see, he's getting Zealot Charge early. I'm getting Twilight Council. I was going to get early Blink and start using some Blink Micro. Of course, putting that 1 Immortal in there, they're quite strong if they go unchecked. Doing some Force Fields, cut off his army, because once again, with that Observer, I could see exactly what his army was up to. And yeah, I don't know how I keep losing these engagements. There's just too many Zealots, so I guess. Yeah, trying to those Zealots, it's just not working out for me. As you can see, using that Force Field on that ramp, keeping them away. I know his army is a bit better than mine, so I'm really being careful. Boom, Colossi pops out, and this should be a game changer. And if we go back to the production tab, you can see Thermal Lances is not being, there we go, now it's being researched, and another Colossi. I know these Colossi are just going to keep me alive. Great. And as you can see, making sure he's not taking this island expansion. I do some scouting throughout the game, just making sure he's not sneaking a base, because really, he should be having better macro than this. I'm really thinking, okay, your macro's not good enough, maybe you're hiding a base. That or your macro just sucks. Anyways, as you can see, trying to reposition my army here to choke for this choke. Not getting the best unit placement, I'm just sort of putting them there. And now I'm getting out a Warp Prison. I'm going to take the island expansion, sneaky, because I definitely want to do that expansion. I want to be able to, and of course Chrono boosting out that Blink, blah, getting out Colossi as I can afford them, and Stalkers, really eating into my Colossi count by getting other units. But then again, I'm seeing, so I don't know, my Scout's not in there right now, I forgot I got sent, because I hotkeyed with the main army. Anyways, as you can see, his army comes, these Colossi just clean up. If we look at that units lost count, yeah, it's going to make a world of difference, especially all those Force Fields do a little bit. I'm a little sloppy in letting my Colossi get picked off, but as you can see, finally starting a tiny bit of Blink Micro. Those Zealots up nothing, and he just quits at this point in the game. So there we go. Yeah, that just, once again, showing you, really that macro is quite important, and really I wasn't building a lot of units to defend against that push, even though I knew it was really strong. I was just really using the terrain advantage. I used a couple sentries, not too many, and then really worked on focusing on getting this second base up really early and ahead of him. If we look at the income tab, obviously 47, now that he's got this base up, I'm still way ahead though. Units lost tab, you can see now I've finally pulled ahead in units lost. And if we look at spending, you can see my economy, I've spent a lot more than him. Technology, I've spent 500 more. And army, well, spent a lot more. So there we go, guys. That was my last game as a silver player. Cheers.